and gentlemen, boys and girls, your favorite podcast is back again. After 2 weeks, 2 weeks break, innit?
It's not a break, it's just the schedule. Like, why are you acting like you're new here?
Yeah, exactly. After 2 weeks schedule of us not recording, we are back again with good content. I've not done opening in like a while. I've forgotten how to do it.
Yeah, this is it feels like you're a virgin again, right?
What?
I'm just saying, like, virgin of like opening the show.
Again.
But you said you have not lost it, right?
I've not lost it, exactly. Yeah.
So why are you acting like...
Right. I've not lost it. But welcome back to In the Middle podcast. We're delighted to have you here again. We know you missed us. We missed you too.
Miss you so much. So much. Like,
Sheyu. When you are emphasizing on something, it means that thing is not true.
I'm just expressive. I'm just that kind of guy. Like, we miss you. Oh, I can't even, words can't comprehend.
Okay, yeah. Good. Well, back again, and it's been a long 2 weeks. A lot of things have happened in 2 weeks.
Like what?
To be honest. Like, Sheyi is now used to going to the gym. I mean,
I'm not used to it, please. Don't annoy me. Don't just annoy me. But it's starting to get better. Like, my body doesn't hurt as much anymore. I've not seen any difference yet because I've gone for like 2 weeks and I'm not yet ripped like those athletes.
See, the point is, if you go to the gym, your diet is supposed to complement your workout.
So what are you trying to
say? But Sheyi will go to the gym and come back home and eat a bar and a goosey.
Please, that's my native food.
How do you want to be ripped?
As a proper Yoruba man, like, Eba has nutrients, right?
Obviously it does.
Cassava is carbohydrates, which turn to, is it amino acid?
Amino acid.
Don't quote me on that.
But yeah, I mean, it's been a good 2 weeks apparently. So yeah. So moving on, Shay, what do we have today?
Today we are going to be discussing something very, very serious. Like,
is it quite serious? How serious is it?
I'm not laughing. Like,
on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious is it?
20.5.
20.5.
Yeah, it's too serious.
That's more than 10 now.
Yes, that shows you that it's a strong thing.
Okay.
Like, those things that you hear while growing up and you're like, this thing doesn't really make sense. But like, they just say it to you and you're just supposed to take it like that. And I feel like, well, I'm Yoruba, so I don't know. I can't speak for other like tribes. It happens a lot where you're not supposed to just question elders for some reason.
Obviously.
Like, if they tell you something, just take it like that. Like, just...
If you question them, they'll tell you what the elders see while sitting down. If the child climbs
on
the
top
tree,
of a transformer,
you can't see it. You get.
So yeah, we're basically going to be talking about some like superstitious beliefs. Is it superstitious? Is it beliefs? Like some things that you just hear and it just doesn't make sense that you're supposed to avoid. So let me try and give an example on one. Let's say, for example, you're not supposed to give adults things with your left hand. Like, that thing pisses me off so much. For somebody that is left-handed, like, what do you mean I'm not supposed to give people with left hand? Like, am I not complete?
So I think there's this, I won't say stigma against left-handed people.
There's you that we have stigma. They don't have stigma against me. Don't.
So they'll say you can't give someone something with your left hand. And sometimes I used to probably I want to give someone money, and my right hand is holding something else.
Then you now use your left hand.
I will not use my left hand. I will not use my right hand to shock it down. See, I'm giving you my left hand, but my right hand is also there as well. Just so you know.
I think it's just out of respect, but it doesn't make any sense. I don't think it's not superstitious. It's just it just doesn't make sense.
So again, they will say, don't describe your father's house with your left hand. And someone made it.
What if I'm only one-handed?
Someone made a joke and said, if police arrest you, the police arrest people, they will handcuff two people together, and then you handcuff your right hand to the left hand of the other person, and they say, where's your dad's house? Which hand do you use to describe your dad's house? Is it your left hand? I mean, there's just a whole lot of things about left hand. Like they'll say, though, sometimes too. I mean, growing up, my mom would be like, don't eat your left hand.
That was hell for me because I'm left-handed, but I was also converted. So it's like I don't even know which hand I use, to be honest. Now
he's very confused.
Like
he's also confused about his life.
I mean, it's not my fault when they convert somebody from left hand to right hand. They set me up. So this is the fault of. I don't like to blame people. I'm just saying. So yeah, Timmy, what one would you say pisses you off the most? Like,
okay, so I won't say it pisses me off, but I would say I also do this thing as well. Right, so if I see two people walking, I don't walk in their midst. Like I don't walk in the middle.
Like in the middle of them.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So I would rather go out of my way to turn and maybe allow them stay together, than walk in the middle of them.
Now that I think about it, I feel like it actually makes sense. But I don't know. Is there a consequence? Because I can't remember if there's like
I don't know. There's
for
any
it.
consequence.
Does
So,
that mean that the person will? I feel like there's something. There's like a consequence, but I can't remember.
so when I see two people walking, or even if I'm walking with someone, and then it appears that someone wants to
enter
I'll just
you
move,
guide.
I'll guide and ensure that nobody enters.
You just like stress. Like
it's just
like,
some. I don't think it does anything. I don't think there's anything that happens to it. But then like, it's just something that you.
There's this one that
do.
I remember. I can never forget. They
Which
said
one?
that you don't beat a guy with a broom so that it's something will not go inside.
Well, I've been beaten with brooms lots of times. And nothing went inside.
Are you sure?
You want to see?
You can call up your exes to confirm.
Well, they always say that thing like, oh, don't be a guy with a broom and all that. But I mean, broom is just made of wood, innit?
I think.
So I don't think there's anything that
And they
is so
beat
special.
us. They beat people with cane.
The people we cane, obviously, which is made of wood. So why is broom so special? Maybe there's someone that out there that knows why they say people shouldn't beat guys with broom. Can tell us in the comment section.
So Timmy, will you be beating your son with broom?
I won't be beating my son at all.
Okay.
Why would I be beating my son?
Okay. Why? As a true African, what do you mean you're not beating your son?
No, my son is British. I don't I don't beat him.
Please.
I won't be. But then I don't think. So yeah, you've been beating with brooms many times.
No, I was taken care of very well. Like they don't beat me. Like I'm a special child. Like,
Right.
so what do you mean beat?
Okay, no problem.
I'm not British, but I'm special.
Okay, no problem.
So yeah.
So Shay, there's also one thing that they always say, right? Like, you know, and funny thing is that, you know, superstitions, yeah, if you believe them to some extent,
They become your reality.
They become your reality. So there was this one time, like I spit somewhere, yeah, and
I know the one you're talking about.
my throat was failing me afterwards, and I was thinking, oh my god, I need to go and find where I spit and clean it. Right, so they will tell you, oh, when you spit, you need to like clean it with your leg so that if someone else steps on it,
You're in trouble.
your throat starts failing you. I mean, that stuff doesn't make sense. But there was one time I just had that feeling that it was because I spit somewhere. That's why my throat.
So you started looking for your spit up.
I started looking at myself and
Did
down.
you see your spit?
I didn't. Someone probably has stepped on it. But I think what they just do, why I know they do that one is just to make sure that you are hygienic. So you don't keep like the area is not littered with spit.
Yeah, it all starts to make sense now. I feel like some of these things are just made up to cover up something.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
make you do something. Even though it doesn't really add up, they just want to make you do something. Like the one you just said now, like they want you to keep like the compound. They don't want children just spitting anyhow
Yeah.
in
So
and like around the area.
Yeah, you just saw it.
So they just lie, they fabricate something.
Someone else steps on it. You know, say one time I was like maybe 6 or 7 years old, right? And I was walking on the road and I saw someone like spit on the floor. And I was hoping that the person doesn't wipe it.
So
I
you
can
can
wipe it.
So the
and the
throat
person
can
will have so truth. I mean that's just what superstition can do to you, man.
Let me think of one. So yeah, there's this one too as well that it kind of happens. So when you have someone like sells like a shop, you're not supposed to go there early in the morning and ask for like your money back. So let's say for example you buy something from a store and then they are owing you change, like they're owing you like let's say 1,000 naira change or 500 naira change, and you want to go back there. You're not supposed to go back there early in the morning because you shouldn't be the first person.
Yeah,
because it kind of brings bad
So
luck.
yeah,
or if you want to take something on credit, you don't go like first thing in the morning because it signifies that that's going to be a terrible.
So my aunt has a shop one time, and I used to like to go to the shop for her. And sometimes when we're in the shop early in the morning, someone will come, and probably the person wants to buy credit. Right, the person will come and say, "Have you guys sold today?"
I don't want to be the first.
I don't want to be the first. Have you guys sold today? He's like, "Oh, we've not sold anything." The person will go, "Let me come back."
That's crazy.
And then we're like, "Okay, hope that they sell on time." But I think it's just so. I think it's superstitious, but then people always have this belief that how you start a day, that's what will determine how the day would go.
Yoruba is actually like
So some people will be like, how you start a week, right? It's like, so on Monday morning, that's why you see people are always very agile. Because like, this is a brand new week. I need to be wise. So that's probably one of the reasons why they say, oh, when you're opening your shop in the morning, don't sell credit. Don't let credit be the first thing you sell. Like make some sales first. So that the day can be productive and all that.
I don't necessarily think they are now that I think about it, I don't think they are superstitious. I think they are just, I don't know how to put it. Like it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense in a way. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. Is it my turn or yours?
It's fine. So there's this one where when you sleep on the floor and somebody crosses over you.
Yeah, that happens.
They'll say it's bad luck that the child you give birth to will resemble the person that crossed.
It doesn't even make sense because I have so many people cross over me as a child. And when am I going to?
When you start giving birth, you understand. So
if my child doesn't look like me,
they'll be like, so if someone crosses over, like cross over back, right? So if you cross over someone, they'll be like, oh, cross back. So that's whatever it is that the person.
I also think that some of these things, the reason why some of these things were actually passed down is something actually probably happened in the olden days. For example, like maybe somebody crossed over somebody and the person had an issue that, there was not enough science then for them to back it up, and they were now trying to prevent.
Or it was the person that crossed over that slept with the woman,
and then
he did not confess that the baby is looking like him, and they are saying,
and there's no way to do paternity test.
There's no way to do paternity test. It's probably that's one of the reasons why.
So yeah, I think obviously this one is quite dumb. If you like the head of a fish, you're gonna be a dullard. See me, I don't want to say you are smart or dull. I'm just going to ask you, do you eat the head of fish or not? to test it.
Shay,
yes.
My favorite part of a fish.
You like head?
Is the head. Not just fish, I like head in all areas.
I got you. I knew you were going to say that. I just knew you were going to say that. So does that mean?
I mean, it doesn't mean anything. Where it's like the smartest people eat head of fish, the dumbest people eat the tail. I mean, if you want to eat something, eat the head so you can be the head. You understand? I mean, people say so. There was
I think it's also like the eye. I feel like they say if you eat the eye, you're going to get 0. I remember this one very well.
Yeah,
my mom used to tell me.
Yeah. So if you eat the eye of fish, I mean, eye of fish is really nice. Really like the one of like Titus or Kote.
Timmy focus.
If you eat the
Timmy focus.
If you eat the eye of fried Titus,
yes, or
Kote, God.
You never want to be smart.
You never want to eat the fish again. You only want to be eating the eye. You can go to the market and tell them today. There's also this one that they say. Okay, I know why they say this. But then you say a child should not draw line with stick. I don't know if you read it before.
You should not draw line.
So they say if a child is walking, you shouldn't be drawing line with a stick.
I did that when I was...
Kids do it like a lot. They'll be like, oh, they're running. They'll be like, oh, if you draw line with a stick, the evil spirits will trace the line to your house and eat your feet. So apparently it was just quite recently, not like recently, but like a couple of years ago, I was speaking with my dad, and he said the reason why they say that is that when kids are drawing line with their stick, they don't usually look at the front. They usually look at the back, so they can injure themselves. And so they say, oh, if you keep doing that, an evil spirit will come and eat your leg. So it's just like keeping the kids safe.
It's just ways to just keep people in check, actually.
Exactly. So it's nothing superstitious, actually.
Which one? I think that's all. I'm trying to remember if there's another one I think this one is normal. Like if you lose your teeth or your tooth, like you throw it to the roof so that it's supposed to grow back.
Yeah.
So tell me how many?
So I think I only did it like once or twice. If my memory serves me right, like through my teeth. So they'll say you should wrap it with how old you are, right?
For real, they did not tell me this one.
Yeah, that's why your teeth did not grow. So if you're like 7 years old and your teeth removed, you take it, then you wrap it with like 7 stones and throw it on the roof.
It's like this your own one is deep. 7 stone hair. What would
so the teeth will grow back. So how old you are is the number of stones you attach to the teeth and throw it to the roof. So you just throw your teeth to the roof like that. Also, there's also this one. They say you shouldn't look. Is it over or between your legs, like
in the market?
Or yes,
you see ghost or something.
You see ghost.
I actually wanted to try that one, but now I'm too old to go and going to market to be trying it.
But imagine you go and try it and you actually see the ghost.
We'll have a conversation.
Would you?
I mean, yeah, maybe let's see what the ghost has to say.
That's true. Let's see what's in it. But but do you actually believe in ghosts?
If you believe in spirits, then I think it's only normal for ghosts to exist. So yeah. I feel like we've mentioned a lot, but I don't think I can think of anyone anymore. I'm sure you pass some of these things down to your children, obviously, right?
Yeah. So
which one do you think you would definitely use?
So one of the ones I'll tell them is that let me see.
I think I know mine.
Obviously, I will tell them not to give people stuff with left hand.
I feel like that's the one I said. Even though I'm left-handed,
I will tell them not to give people stuff with left hand.
I think because it's more of a culture thing. There are some things you read about some other countries too as well. Like they'll tell you when you see somebody that you respect, you nod in a certain way. So I think even though I hate it, and it's somehow I'm still going to inform them.
Yeah.
Would you make up anyone? Like, would you randomly make up anyone for your children? Like,
yeah, obviously I would. The point is that kids, you'll believe whatever you tell them, right? So I'll look for something. If they are misbehaving in some certain way, I'll look for something to tell them that, if they don't go to bed early, they like watching TV late. I'll tell them like they watch TV past past 10 o'clock or past 9 o'clock, your eyes are going to get big and swollen the next morning when you wake up. You know, there was one thing they used to tell me when I was this wasn't I don't know if it was passion. They tell you if you eat rice to bed, your eyes will be swollen when you wake up. Did anyone ever tell you that?
No, because everybody eats rice. Rice is rice.
So in my house we literally like don't eat rice to bed. Growing up, like we don't really like eating rice to bed. Probably was my mom's idea or whoever.
Maybe your mom doesn't like cooking rice.
She doesn't like so every time anybody tries to eat rice to bed, they'll be like, if you eat rice to bed when you wake up tomorrow morning, your eyes will be swollen, don't eat rice. Better go and eat eba or something else. So yeah, so probably I would look for, I'll just make up things like that. So it depends on their behavior. If they are behaving nice, I'll leave them.
Your children, I don't.
But one thing I always tell them about is the India versus Nigeria 99-1. Of who was that guy that they said he killed the head of the lion and he died? Okparaji.
That story is just it makes no sense, and some people actually believe it.
Some people still believe it to do it. I mean, that India beat Nigeria 99-1. How will India beat Nigeria 99-1? How many minutes are in a game of football?
Sometimes it's nice to hear some of those things, even though it doesn't make sense and it sounds stupid. And
yeah, I mean, so those are things that like made our childhood.
Yeah, in a way.
Like, so different things like that. So I
yeah,
I would obviously pass some off to my kids. They have to know some of these things.
I'm trying to think if there's any other one, any popular one that I missed. I feel like these are the most popular.
There is one. I don't know how popular it is amongst household, but they say if a pregnant woman eats okra when she's pregnant,
a child will be slow.
A child will be slow. Have you ever heard that before?
Yeah, I have.
So like pregnant women.
I think there's one too. I just remember one now. If you eat directly from the pot, your child's bum is going to be extremely black.
I've seen some black bums. I've seen some black bums in my life.
So are you trying to say that
I need to go ask their mamas?
It doesn't make any sense. Like,
I mean, like, I don't know. So basically, all these things are just like little hygienic things that they want to infuse into people.
They don't want to eat directly from the pot.
So they want to eat from the pot. They want you to put your food in the plate. So they tell you, oh, if you do this,
Nigerians are
your child's bum is going to be black. I mean, people it's just one person that will just cook up this thing.
I'll be the next cook.
It starts spreading. I can feel it. It's cooking.
So yeah, let us know any other one that.
Yeah, obviously in the comment section.
Because I feel like there's still a lot of more, even more funny and weird ones that we didn't talk about.
I mean, these are the ones we know. I mean, we grew up in the 21st century, so most of this passion were already fading out at the time we grew up. I mean, Obasanjo's internet was around.
Exactly. So you could Google stuff. It beats at some point, so they can't fool us.
Yeah, but if you grew up in like the 70s and 80s, I mean,
whatever they said went. Like,
I mean, whatever they said, like they told you, oh, if you jumped too high. Oh, do people say don't whistle at night? And why do you think they will say that?
They say it attracts snakes.
It doesn't attract snakes. Just want. So the point is like, whoever made that stuff up, his kids were probably whistling. Like they were disturbing him, and I was like, don't whistle at night to attract. Because I don't understand how snakes will be attracted to whistles. I mean, I need to think of the one I'm going to tell my kids.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I need to do something with this. Like they would eat it up. I need something like that. They'll be like,
I think it's that if you watch TV past 10 o'clock, your eyes will swell up when you wake up in the morning.
It can't work because you probably too as an adult watch TV past 10, so they won't believe you.
I'll tell them
and their friends in school are probably watching TV till like 2 a.m. So what are you gonna say?
I'll tell them that.
Are you sure you are smart with all the fish that you have eaten? The fish that you have eaten?
Wow. I'll eat fish head tomorrow. Tomorrow morning I will make sure I eat fish head. Okay. But I'll obviously make stuff up. Just let us know what you would make up in the comment section. All right. So this is what we're doing the curtains. Very short episode.
Today's a very simple one. We're just pretty much we're educating you on some of the superstitious and for Nigerian beliefs.
Yeah, for the Gen Z people that are listening to this and didn't hear any of this,
or maybe they've made up new ones. Their parents have made up new ones.
I mean that's true. Parents, I mean, like if you use the internet to, there was this one that they always say when I was in school, right? They didn't say it to me because I was a boy, but they said it to the girls. They'll say if you sit on the boy's lap, you get pregnant. Yeah,
they didn't want you to be promiscuous. They were just exaggerating, obviously.
Some people believed it. In secondary school, they were like, if I sit on your lap, I'll get pregnant. How? Tell me how. How would you get pregnant?
I mean, sometimes some things can fly.
Some things can fly. I mean,
some things can move.
Is that like I'm the Michael Phelps of power? What?
Some things can fly.
How will it move? I mean, if you see on your boys that you get pregnant, because I actually used to think of it too when I was like maybe growing up. I was like,
I thought that if you touch them too much at some point, like initially.
So you touching them too much?
This is not on track. This is what I'm talking about.
Were you touching them too much? And you were scared? That
I
you
was
get
like,
pregnant.
it can't be now. Like,
Because I was thinking that, what do you mean if you sit on my lap, you get pregnant?
I think some of those things to me, I feel like they should have probably educated us better and not just throw. Especially the older you grow. Like some of these things, you start to learn why without actually knowing why they lied to you. So I feel like African parents, if you lied, it makes sense to lie when they're like 2 years, 3 years. But the older they get,
You should get to explain to them.
Yeah, explain to them, and because they're already smart enough. Like some kids now, if you see some children now, like they are 5 and they're already using smartphones. I'm like,
Yeah.
so.
I mean,
To the people out there that are with child or expecting, or
or you are going to make a child very soon.
tonight as you are listening to this, some people are even doing it to this episode that you are
Wow.
listening to.
Oh, wow. So you are doing it to my
I
voice.
commend you.
You are doing it to my voice.
I'm rooting for you.
But don't lie to your kids. Don't tell them if they sit on boys' lap they'll get pregnant. I mean, so just tell them that if they do it,
But if they do sit on boys, like actually they would. That's
they would
it.
get pregnant.
So they did not lie.
But yeah, I mean that's just try to explain to your kids more and don't just feed them everything they get. So what's your last week we didn't give last 2 weeks we didn't give nuggets.
So pretty much this is it. Trust your elders. Like, actually trust your elders. Like what they are saying might actually sound rubbish. Like it might sound like it doesn't apply to you. But there's a reason why they are saying it. Like, yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty much it.
This your trust your elders that you're saying it like we should trust them blindly.
No, I didn't say blindly. Like trust them. Just simple.
Okay, my own nugget is always try to make your findings right as much as you
So
want.
they should not trust their elders.
Make your own findings. I mean, like, so there are a lot of things. Obviously, elders cook up stuff to protect younger ones, but sometimes you need to understand things your own self before you can actually know the gravity of what it is. Right? Imagine you saying if you let me look for something. If you give someone something with your left hand, it means you're disrespecting the person. That might be true, but you need to understand why it's like that. So if someone that is left-handed now will probably think, oh, he is not, or you've never heard them call someone righty, but you hear them call someone lefty.
Yeah.
So anybody is like, am I separate? Why am I different from the group? So just try to understand why whatever people tell you to do, why you need to do them, and that will give you much more clarity going forward. Right? So say
But remember
what?
the more you
the more you find out, I mean.
the more you around.
The more you find out. Okay.
So if they are telling you not to go to that worshipper without Ogun shrine and don't do this, you are saying no, you are Gen Z. You want to make your findings.
Are there any shrines around? I don't
Fela
think
shrine.
Okay, I believe you. So I feel like it's just good for you to know why you shouldn't do those things as to believing in superstitions blindly. In a nutshell, around I'll find out. There's no harm in finding out. Alright. But thank you very much for listening to this episode. Do well to follow us on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok at In The Middle FM. Also, listen to our previous episodes if you have not. I mean, we have lots of interesting episodes. Our last episode was actually really interesting. The previous one we did.
Say it on short.
Yeah, exactly. I think I should drink some more.
Today is not drinking.
Okay, good. So just remember to share as well with your friends and family. Share with your parents that told you all those lies, all those bogus lies. Exactly. That if someone walks in and climbs over you, the person is going to resemble your child is going to resemble the person. That's just false. So just I think I know why they say if someone walks over
they just brought it to your head, Abby.
Yes.
We are telling us. Sneak it in.
So no, I'm not going to say this.
You have to come on.
I don't have to say
come
this.
on, you have to. We are already locked in. Like I'm ready.
Right. So like back in the day, they used to wear robes. They used to wear trousers and all that. So if someone walks over you can't be seen their underneath.
Why shouldn't they caution the person that is walking over
you? You can be seeing their underneath. So if I don't allow you walk over me, you walk over me in the first place. So if someone is wearing a robe and is walking over you, you can be seeing their underneath. Like, oh, don't do that. I mean, I get it. I think I understand now. That might be why. But I don't understand why you tell the person to walk back.
So that they can see. So whatever they saw, they can see.
I mean, that's it. That's it for today. Thank you very much for listening.
Goodbye.
Yeah, basically just bye. Enjoy your week.